back to Cinema Corner. I'm Blake, and I'm here with my co-host, Josh. Actually, just Josh. I was so used to saying Alex and Josh.
No, he's not here for this one. But anyways, today we're going to be reviewing Inside Out 2, which is, as I believe we predicted, was going to be the first billion-dollar movie. And it already hit that very fast.
In record time. Record time, it said, for an animated movie. It was only 17 days from release to cross over $1 billion.
Yeah, and I saw it on a random time on a Tuesday, and my theater was sold out on a regular showing. Not even IMAX, Super IMAX, whatever. So it made sense seeing that news pop out.
And in my opinion, it's valid because I actually really enjoyed this movie. I haven't seen the first one in a long time, so I can't really compare it to the first one. I didn't realize it's been 9 years between those two.
Yeah. No idea. Didn't feel like that.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was crazy when I saw that. But I actually really enjoyed this movie. It made me laugh like audibly out loud several times throughout this movie, which was kind of fun. And same thing, my theater, I went on like a Friday during kind of the day. I think it was like a 2:30ish showing, and it was pretty full. And honestly, it was not super like full of kids really. Like it was a lot of like older teens and then like 20 and stuff year old. It wasn't like younger kids. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people seem to laugh and enjoy the movie. Obviously it's a kids movie, so it's animated kids movie, so it's relatively short, which I definitely think helped with this, just to feel like it didn't really feel like it dragged on at any point, which obviously helps the rating. But I thought they did a good job kind of putting in humor that everybody can enjoy. Also, doing some interesting topics that were a little bit deeper for people to see and relate to. But yeah, overall, I mean, I thought it was good.
Yeah, I mean, it was solid. I will say, I think I saw the first one for the first time ever right before going to go see this, so like a day or two before. I love the first one, so I kind of have that perspective of comparing the two immediately. For me, I would say the only gripes I really had with the film is that it kind of suffers that classic sequel to like a Pixar classic basically, because the original one are always so just original. It's so different. It's just always a beautiful film, and then it seems like they always struggle to try to capture that magic a second time. A majority of the time, it kind of feels like Disney's forcing a sequel. This one definitely handled it much better than most. I think you probably remember this film more than you would ever remember like Frozen 2, because I don't believe that movie actually exists.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah, that's just fake. Really, I think my biggest kind of gripes though with the film is okay. So it introduced a bunch of new emotions, but besides really anxiety, I felt like there wasn't enough screen time for any of the other ones to really feel like they're fleshed out, and so it really was just overwhelmingly. Maybe they just should have just done just only anxiety instead of even having the other emotions. So I felt like that's where the short runtime actually hurt that. And it kind of felt like the ending was a bit even rushed, of trying to just like, okay, we need to just end this film now at this point. We get it. Anxiety is anxiety. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, still was good. I think it's hard for anyone to say that they would dislike this movie. Definitely. It was just a positive message overall. Nothing controversial, nothing bad. Just a wholesome movie about growing up, basically. And the shit you go through for anybody. Really, that's as much as you can almost say about it. The reviews are, of course, great for it. I don't know anyone that has even disliked it or even seen bad reviews anywhere on TikTok or anything like that. TikTok's really loving the film, from what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I mean, there's really not too much to like really go into. Obviously, being an animated movie. That it was just really I like the choice in the animation being different for like when they went into the vault, and like the way that the like anime character looked, and then like Pouchy and his little like the way it was like the 3D animation compared to like 2D animation for like the older ones. I thought that was really fun that they did that for the animation to be different. But yeah, overall, I mean, like you said, I mean, I would find it hard, and I haven't really heard anybody see this movie and be like, no, it sucked, it wasn't fun. Like it was just a really solid Disney Pixar movie that pretty much anybody can enjoy. And yeah, I think they switched out one of the voice actors though. Bill Hader was Fear, I think, in the first one, and they switched him out, which didn't even recognize that. But like I said, I haven't seen the first one in such a long time that I probably honestly haven't seen it in like 8 years, because I probably saw it like after it was in theaters, and that was about it. So I didn't really notice that. I was just kind of looking at some stuff. But yeah, like you said, I mean, like some of the other emotions that like came with anxiety were a little bit like, I don't even remember the one, like two of their names. I don't even remember what they really were. Like I just remember anxiety, embarrassment.
Yeah, embarrassment,
It was like
envy.
Envy was the, yeah.
And boredom.
Boredom was trash. Like, what did boredom do? It was just like, whatever.
Yeah, and also like, yeah, that one was probably the one I was like, all right, every time they were mentioned, it's just the jokes weren't landed when it came to
right.
that. That felt old. It felt like it was made, 9 years ago.
Yeah. And then Envy was like, okay, nothing special really though, so it was kind of just whatever. But, Embarrassment had his moments. It was voiced by the legendary actor Paul Walter Hauser, so, that was always good to know that he's just making bangers. That's all he does. He's an all-time Disney person as well. I think he's going to get retired in Disney Hall of Fame, as of course he was in Cruella, where he had a stellar role. If you guys have seen and remember that, he killed it in that role as well. But yeah, I mean, all around, I mean, like you said, there's not really too much. Obviously, it's a children's movie that is funny at times, kind of touching at times, and just a quick, easy movie to enjoy for pretty much anyone of any age.
Yeah, I think the only thing that also there's some parts that I think the first one I really enjoyed is that it kind of fleshed out more about other people's emotions, and this one it was very, very fast of them just making a real maybe quick joke, like when Disgust and her buddy and her friend when they were like locking in. That was a really funny joke. But otherwise, it really didn't go too much when it comes to anybody else. Otherwise, I think also the nice thing about this film is that it's not really relying on voice actors, I feel like. A lot of other Pixar films the voice actors kind of make the character. Well, they kind of had a different part where it just didn't matter who was voicing the character, I felt. So when you just mentioned that Bill Hader wasn't Fear, would have had no idea. Exactly. Because it just didn't matter. I think the only one that you would have noticed is probably Joy and Sadness, just because their voices from just the comedic TV scene, you can just instantly know who they are, and that would be it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what do you give the movie? I know you really liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it was like a 7.5, I think, is what I would give this movie. I think it's definitely enjoyable. It's obviously not like super high up there. It's not, an all-time favorite or one that I'm going to constantly revisit. But it's definitely one that I would, recommend if people are talking about Disney movies. If they haven't seen that one, I'd recommend, and I could see some point in the future maybe rewatching this one. But yeah, I feel like a 7.5. It was definitely a solid movie.
Yeah, I give it a 6.4 out of 10 is what I give it. Same thing. I mean, it's good. Do I think it's crazy great? No. Definitely had some funny moments in it that makes it 100% worth seeing it. And of course, it's a Pixar film, so it looks beautiful in the theaters, which is always nice. Or just seeing it even on a big TV screen, it'll look great.
Also, that reminds me, I don't know why, the Disney thing in the beginning, like, how like normally it's like the castle and there's like a shooting star over.
Yeah.
I don't know if I just haven't paid attention, but it felt like it looked different in this one. Like it was like a whole thing. Dude, it looked amazing to me. Like I literally leaned over and was like, that looked phenomenal for some reason. I don't know if I just never noticed it or it was new, but it looks sweet.
I believe that is new. That definitely is new. Because that looked new to me at least. And I don't remember, like I said, I just on Disney Plus saw Inside Out, and I don't remember them putting that intro in front of it. I thought it was still the old classic one. So yeah. I think that is.
Yeah, that thing looked really cool. Like, it was a close-up of the castle and then backed up and stuff. Like, I don't know. I literally leaned over and I was like, that looked amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of cool to see that there was a little bit something new. But overall, I mean, yeah, this movie's good. It's worth seeing. And clearly people agree, as it's the first $1 billion.
Yeah.
And the way ticket sales are looking, it won't be Disney's only $1 billion movie, as Deadpool and Wolverine is already looking like, I would say, that is the next favorite to go to $1 billion once that comes out.
Yeah.
Tickets are going crazy, so Disney might be on back-to-back $1 billion movies, which good for movie theaters, though. That's always nice to see. But that's going to do it for this video. As always, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one.